Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 85, text number 44. Idam Ittam Iti Prayaha Tava Yoga Ishvara Na vidanti api yoga ishaha yogamayam kutaha vayam idamittam iti prayas tava yogeshwareshwara na vidanti api yogesha yogamayam kuto vayam idamittam iti praya tava yogeshwareshwara na vidanti api yogesha yogamayam kuto vayam idamittam iti praya tava yogeshwareshwara na vidanti api yogesha yogamayam kuto vayam. Please stand. Matajis. Idam, this. Ittam, characterized like this. Iti, in such terms. Prayaha, for the most part. Tava, your. Yoga Ishvara, of the masters of yoga. Ishvara, O Supreme Master. Na vidanti, they do not know. Api, even. Yoga Isha, the masters of yoga. Yogamayam, your spiritual power of delusion. Kutaha, what then of? Vayam, us. Translation and purport. What to speak of ourselves, O Lord of all perfect yogis? Even the greatest mystics do not know what your spiritual power of delusion is or how it acts. Purport. Systematic understanding of something should include knowledge of both its swarupa or essential identity and also its visheshas, the attributes that make it different from other things. Maya, the energy underlying all material existence, is more subtle than ordinary phenomena. Only God and His liberated devotees, therefore, can know its swarupa and vishesha. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. In the previous verse, Bali Maharaj is speaking that Rakshasas like you, Danavas and Asuras like us, we understand sometimes because we are so absorbed, but even though we are in Rajogun and Tamogun, but the demigods who are in Sattvaguna, they cannot understand you because they wanted sense enjoyment, so you gave them. But because out of envy or anger or whatever, because we are absorbed in you, in your form, we get lot of mercy than the demigods. Because demigods are more interested in sense enjoyment. The Lord, when the demigods have prayed to the Lord and the Lord appeared, because there is a crisis of huge demon Vritrasura in front of them. So the Lord felt very bad. Prabhupada writes, felt very bad because the Lord is standing in front of them. He is Vaikunteshwara. He is Mukunda. So as soon as the Lord comes, they should have asked, give us mukti, but instead they asked, give us, please relieve us from Vritrasura's trouble. The Lord, Prabhupada writes, Lord felt very bad. Hare, I am the Lord of Mukti, I am standing here. Instead they should have asked Mukti, then all these problems would have been solved. Now one Vritrasura goes, then Hiranyakashipu will come, then Hiranyakashipu goes, Ravanasura will come. Then Shishupala will come. The intelligence, so that is why We should never aspire to go to Swargaloka. Never aspire. You know why? Srila Prabhupada said, 90% of ISKCON devotees, they will go to Swargaloka. You ready? Huh? How many of you don't want to go? Very, very good. Be fixed. Right? So I will tell you, you chant this verse every day in front of the deities. Nanaka prishtam nachaparamestyam nasarva bhaumam narasadipatyam na yoga siddhir apunar bhavam va samanjasayatvam virahaya kanksha. Anybody knows? Many times I told this verse, this prayer, you know? Nanaka prishtam nachaparamestyam. You know? Say, my dear Lord, because the Lord tells in 11th canto Bhagavatam, if my devotees, if they while practicing devotional service, if they are incomplete, but if they don't want to go to Swargaloka, if they pray to me, I will not send them. So you express your desire. We should express our desire to the Lord. My dear Lord, in case I am not complete in my devotional service, please don't send me to Swargaloka. Huh? Srila Vishwanath Thakur writes, Matirna Krishne Paratasvathova Mitobi Padyeta Graha Vratanam. You know, Adanta Gobir Vishatam Tamishram. You know, Punas Charvita Charvananam. Right? The shloka, Prabhupada quoted this shloka many times, you know, because Prahlad was asked by Hiranyakashipu, how did you become Krishna conscious? You know, those who are Graha Vratas, they won't get Krishna. Those who are Drudha Vratas, they will get Krishna. Right? Drudha Vrata. One has to be Drudha Vrata, not Graha Vrata. Right? So, in this purport, Srila Vishwanath Thakur writes that this Swargaloka is prostitute houses. You know, Prabhupada, whenever, in the 8th canto Bhagavatam also, Prabhupada, I was reading recently, Samudra Manthan, when Apsarasas were emanated from Manthan, Prabhupada translated, Apsaras, heavenly prostitutes. Right? Who can go to Swargaloka? Those rishis and munis who practiced brahmacharya throughout their life. And they will go to Swargaloka and then dance with Apsaras. Oh, it is anomaly, no? Right? It is anomaly. You know, every day morning, as soon as you get up in the morning, you sit in the, parliament, Modi comes and then, all the Apsaras will dance. You know, that's what happens in the Swargaloka, Indra comes and then they all start dancing. If you don't want all this, it's a waste of time, kitna dekhega, every day. So, chant this verse. You will learn this verse, 6th canto. The transcendental qualities of Vritrasura, that chapter. Which chapter? 11 point, whatever, Nanaka Prishtam, boliye. Nachaparamestyam, Nasarva Bhaumam, Narasadipatyam, Na Yoga Siddhir, Apunar Bhavam Va, Samanjasayatvam Virahaya Kanksha. Nakaprishtam means Dhruvaloka. Nanaka Prishtam. Nachaparamestyam. I don't want to go to Brahmaloka. Right? I don't want to go to Brahmaloka. Na Sarvabhaumam. I don't want to become unrivaled king of this earthly planet. Right? Krishna blessed anybody who does deity worship, who donates poshak to the Lord, who establishes the deity, or who donates a land for constructing a temple. I will make him unrivaled king. King of a unrivaled kingdom. Right? Somebody donates a piece of land for constructing the temple. In the next life, he will become a king. If you donate a dress to the Lord, you will become Indra. You know, convince your donors. That's how I convinced, I got all the dresses sponsored this year. No vacancy. Really? You can become Indra? Very good. Right? All dresses. 14th January, Gaur Purnima. Or authorities are telling, don't make dress for Nityantra this and Sita Navami. Otherwise, I would have got that also. Already booked. Gaur Purnima, Ram Navami, then Janmashtami, Prabhupada Appearance Day, Janmashtami morning dress, Radhashtami, and then somebody is willing to give even Govardhan Puja dress. Because they want to become Indra, Anyway, so that is Swarga. Then, na Rasadhipatyam. Like Bali Maharaj, he is Rasadhipati, Sutala planet. I don't want. Then, na Yoga Siddhir. I don't want perfections, 8 perfections of yoga. Then, I don't want Mukti. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments, it is hierarchical, from top to bottom it came. So, Mukti is the least desired. Mukti, it's like a booth, ghost. We should never desire Mukti. Oh, I'm suffering so much, Prabhu. When will I get Mukti from all these things? You should never say that. Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. For devotee, it's all happy. Right? Like that. This, keep it in mind. We should never aspire to become a demigod or a, go to, demigod planet, Swargaloka or anything. Right? So Bali Maharaj, even Narad Muni also says in 7th Canto Bhagavatam, better to be a demon, because they are better than sadhakas. Demons are more absorbed in Krishna than the regular devotees. He's not talking about himself, but regular devotees. Right? Hatred, you observe, when you hate somebody, then you love somebody. You think about the person whom you hate a lot. You all agree? All the time, the thoughts about how to destroy that person, how will I insult that person, like that it goes on in the mind. You don't so much think about person whom you love. Right? So that these demons, they hate Krishna so much, they are always absorbed. They are always absorbed. So, there is one very beautiful verse in 4th Canto, 22nd chapter. Sa Shraddhaya Bhagavat Dharmacharyaya Jijñasur Adhyatmika Yoganistam Yogeshwara Upasanaya cha Nityam Punya Shravaha Kathayaha Punyaya cha. Beautiful verse. He says, those who, actually in the, Kumaras are instructing Prithu Maharaj. Right? Prithu Maharaj. So, very beautiful teachings. One should read and then memorize at least the purports and translations, if possible, shlokas also. Asti eva rajan bhavato madhudvisha padarvindasya gunabhivadane ratir durapa naistiki puman kamam kashayanam malam antaratmanaha. My dear Prithu Maharaj, you already have a taste for hearing about Madhudvisha and the drinking the nectar from his lotus feet, Padarvinda, and then Gunabhivadane, describe his wonderful qualities, which is very, very difficult to attain. Ratir Durapa, taste for hearing about Krishna, very difficult to attain. Shrutavyanidin Rajendra, Nunam Santi Sahasrasa. Apashatam Atmatattvam Gruheshu Gruhamedinam. Nidraya Hriyate Naktam Vyavayena cha vyaya. Divacha ardhena rajan kutumba baranenava. Dehapatya kalatradishu atmasaineshu asassu api. Tasmat pramatna nidanam pashyan api na pashyati. Tasmat bharata sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi Shrotavya Kirtitavyascha Smaratam Ichato Abhayam. This is the second canto, first chapter in answer to Parikshit Maharaj's questions. There are so many. Prabhupada was surprised. 100 pages newspaper. Newspaper means what? Every day they say newspaper, but there is nothing new about it, anything. Same thing. Terrorist killed so many people, right? Even ICC, they are very worried, terrorist. We should not worry. Prabhupada said, who is a terrorist? Prabhupada defined terrorism, They say Muslims are terrorists, but who is the first terrorist, in the world? Hiranyakashipu. The 7th canto, 4th chapter, the title is Hiranyakashipu terrorized the universe. He is a Hindu Brahmin, He's Kashyap Muni's son, Who is a terrorist? Terrorist, Prabhupada says, there are so many animals. Right? There are so many animals. There is one animal who is very, very powerful. That powerful animal kills lower animals, weak animals. Prabhupada said, because people have become, animals, there is a bigger animal comes and kills them. That is a terrorist. So, like that. So, everywhere same newspaper, like that, But anyway, Dehapatya, we should not think that all these family members and all, they will protect us. And then people spend their time in the night, either sleeping or sense enjoyment, or during daytime, they waste their time by earning money all the time. Right? And then, Pashyanapi na pashyati. Even though they are seeing, they are not seeing. Tasmat, therefore, where it comes? Mathematics. You derive solve the problem, equation, then when you are giving the final answer, therefore, tasmat bharata sarvatma. Therefore, you do one thing. Bhagavan Hari Ishvara. Bhagavan, Hari and Ishvara. Three words. Bhagavan, Hari and Ishvara. Like that. And then Shrotavya, Kirtitavya, Smaratam, Ichato, Abhayam. If you want to become fearless, you do these three things. What are they? Shravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam. Right? जो डर गया वो मर गया, ऐसा बोलते हैं ना? जो डर गया वो मर गया. So somebody asked Prabhupada what it means to be on the highest level of consciousness. Srila Prabhupada immediately replied that to become fearless. So Prabhupada writes in 4th canto, 24th chapter, Etad Rupam Anudhyayam. Atma Shuddham Abhipsita. Bhakti Yoga Abhayada. Swadharma Parinistaya. So Lord Shiva, he described the beautiful form of Krishna. Very beautiful verses are there. After that he concluded, so those who want to become free from fear, being situated in Swadharma, they should meditate on the form of this Lord. Shnigdha Pravruddha Ganashyamam Sarvasaundarya Sangraham Charvaita Chaturbahu Sujata Ruchirananam. Like this beautiful description is there of Krishna's beautiful form. So one can remember those verses and think of Krishna that way. Right? And he says, Prabhupada writes in the purport of that, unless one is joyful, he cannot perform devotion service. Right? Unless one is fearless, he cannot become joyful. Right? Unless you perform devotional service, you cannot become fearless. If you want to become fearless, perform pure devotional service. Meditate on Radharasbihari. Right? lotus feet of Radharasbihari. Right? Like that, our mind should be absorbed. So, Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam. If you want to become Akuto Bhayam, if you want to become fearless, do these three things. Yeah? Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam. Anyway, so, I got diverted. So, Sa Shraddhaya Bhagavad Dharmacharyaya. Right? Earlier verse I was describing. So, Ratir Durapa, very, very difficult to attain taste for hearing about Krishna because we are absorbed in gossip, material topics. Then he says, but if you hear about Krishna, Kamam Kashayanam, Malam Antaratmanaha, the lusty desires and all the material contamination in your heart, it will become purified. It will get nullified. It will get destroyed simply by hearing about Krishna. Oh, so become convinced and then come for everyday Bhagavatam class. Whoever is giving class, come and hear, sit. Our Adityaram Prabhu is asking, Prabhuji, you know so much Bhagavatam. How do you come every day and sit? You don't get bored? I said, because Prabhupada told I am coming. Previously I used to hear on radio, now I come. So hear Bhagavatam. Then slowly, contamination will go. You will experience. Right? Then the Bali Maharaj is talking about the illusion. Illusion. That will go. Because, my dear Lord, nobody can understand you. So why I quoted this verse? Sa Shraddhaya Bhagavad Dharmacharyaya. Jijnasur Adhyatmika Yoganistam. Yogeshwara Upasanayam cha Nityam. Punya Shravaha Katayaha Punyayacha. Right? Sa Shraddhaya. Krishna says in Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 20th chapter. Right? Ya swadharmena mam nityam nirasir shraddha anvita. Krishna says, bhajate sanakai tasya mano rajan prasidati. So he says, shraddhaya nirasir, becoming free from material desires. Shraddhaya, being situated in one's duty, one's swadharma. Mam nityam, always worship me. And then perform devotional service. Then your mind will be satisfied. Right? So, Jijnasur Adhyatmika Yoga Nishta. One must be very eager to know more and more about Krishna. Right? What is tapasya? Right? What is tapasya? Huh? What is tapasya? Hare bolo. Huh? Huh? That is the lower definition. Tapasya means, doing research. Right? Doing research. How Krishna's Janma and Krishna's activities are transcendental. Jnana, Krishna, tapa alochanena. Sri Ramanuja says, tapa alochanena. You brainstorm, put pressure on your brain and then understand how Krishna's Janma and Krishna's activities are transcendental. Then you will become free from Vitaraga Bhayakram. Right? Anyway. So, Jijnasura Adhyatmika Yoganishta. Be situated, perfectly situated, Yoganishta. Then Yogeshwara Upasana. So, why I am quoting this verse? Yogeshwara Upasanaya Nityam. Prabhupada quoted that Yogeshwara, there are two Yogeshwaras. Yoginam api sarvesham mad bhakten antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yumam samyukta tamumataha. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, yatra Partha Dhanurdhara Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruvametikam Matir Mama. Right? So here Prabhupada quoted in 6th chapter, last verse, 42 verse, right? 48, 47. Krishna is saying that yoga, that Yogeshwara is pure devotee. Right? There is somebody who is studying engineering. Somebody who is in first year, he is called first year engineering student. One who is in second year, he is called second year engineering student. But one who is fourth year passed away, he is called engineer. Right? Like that perfect yogi is devotee. Otherwise, karma yogi, jnana yogi, hatha yogi. Yogi means bhakta, pure devotee, Yogeshwara. Yoginam api sarvesham, madgater antaratmana. What is yoga? Harinarayan, what is yoga? That is adding, right? That is only one definition. Another definition is yogastaha kurukarmani sangam tyapta siddhi asiddhi samobhutva samatvam yoga muchyate. Right? So that is yoga. Krishna is defining there also yoga. Yoga means being situated with equanimity in both happiness and distress. Right? Then yam labdva chaparam labham manyatena adhikam sthitah yasmin gatena gurunapina vichalyate. Yasmin sthitona gurunapina vichalyate tam vidya dukkha samyogat. Then Krishna says that is called yoga. Yoga samyate. Becoming completely free from all distresses, being situated that Krishna is everything. That is, Viyogat yoga samjita. One who is completely free from distress, he is yogi. Yoga. That is called yoga. Then Prabhupada defines in Chaitanya Charitamrita, highest, Antilila, highest form of yoga is meeting with Krishna, having darshan of Krishna and shaking hands with Krishna. Right? That is called yoga. All the time Atma Paramatma Milan plus. Right? That is the lowest definition. Highest definition is meeting Krishna and shaking hands with Krishna. Because shaking hands, thank you, sorry, it's not Western culture. In Indian Vedic culture also shaking hand is there. Because Krishna shook hands with Brahma. Right? Prabhupada said you can also shake hands if you follow Brahmaji. Right? We should aspire, my dear Krishna, my dear Radharasbihari, when will I shake your hand? When will I meet you? When will I have darshan? Right? When will I? We should not aspire, I should become temple president or, GBC, guru. Right? These are all useless. If somebody tells you to do that service, you do. But that is not we should not aspire. I want to become GBC, General Secretary. Right? What should be our aspiration? When will I shake my hands with you? So many people I am shaking hand. But when will I shake hand with you? When will I have darshan? Maninupura vachalam. Vande tava charanayor vibhu. Lalitani vidahitani lakshmani vrajavidishu. Vilumangal Thakur, he is aspiring. My dear Lord, when will I come to Vrindavan? When will I hear, when you are walking, the sweet sound of ankle bells of your lotus feet? Right? When will I see the footprints of your lotus feet in Vrajabhumi? Lakshmani Vrajavidishu. Right? That is his aspiration. Then Krishna, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the purport he writes, Krishna fulfilled that desire because he one day Tava Charanayor Vibhu. Why he was saying Vibhu? Because your lotus feet, is Aishwarya Bhava? No, he is in ecstasy. When will I see? So then Krishna came to some kunjas, and then he started walking. What is the speciality Vibhu? Because he wanted only Srimati Radharani to come behind him. So because of his Vibhu Shakti, he made sure that only Srimati Radharani could hear the ankle bells of sound of Krishna. So she started walking behind. So this ankle bell sound, he Vilamangal Thakur also heard. Because he expressed a desire that when will I hear? My dear Krishna, when can I hear the beautiful, sweet, sound of your flute? Right? He's saying, Mukulayamana Nayanambujam Vibhur. Murali Ninada Makaranda Nirbharam. Mukurayamana Mrudugandhi Mandalam. Mukapankaja Chetasi me Vijrumbitam. Let my mind like a lake. Then your eyes are like half buds of lotus flower. When will I see? Murali Ninada Makaranda, this Amrita of Murali Ninada, when will I hear? When will I hear? Murali Ninada. Then Mukurayamana Mrudugandhi Mandalam. Krishna's cheeks are like, hourglass complexion. They say, these ladies, they go to beauty parlors. They apply all kinds of creams, and they so that, they have very nice complexion. They say hourglass complexion. But they don't get, right? They don't get. Once one boyfriend picking up his girlfriend from beauty parlor, I don't see any change. She said, I didn't go for plastic surgery, you don't, you cannot change. But Krishna's, Radha Govind Maharaj says, like, his complexion is like glass. Ekdam smooth. Cham cham cham. Maharaj bolte, cham 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 cham. He was shining. And then Krishna is wearing Makar Kundal. Those Makar Kundal, they get reflected on his cheeks. Beautiful, na? Then Mukapankaja, when will I see your lotus face? Chetasi me, Vijrumbitam. Like that. Anyway. So this is Yogeshwara Upasanayacha. That is yoga. Yoga means having direct contact with Krishna. That is the highest definition. Many definitions are there. This is the highest definition of yoga. So, Prabhupada, then there is Yogeshwara. Yogeshwareshwara. Here, the word comes. Yogeshwareshwara. He is the boss of all the yogis also. He is the boss of all yogis. Right? Yogeshwara. So, Prabhupada writes in the purport, one must serve both Yogeshwaras. But in the beginning, you must serve Bhakta Yogeshwara. Right? How do we serve Prabhupada? Prabhupada writes in the purport that by the greatest service, highest service you can render to a pure devotee is to hear from him. Right? Take a book of Prabhupada and read every day. Hear Prabhupada lectures. You are directly associating with Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I was hearing one lecture other day in the DTA. Prabhupada, I don't know which verse, but Prabhupada is saying, when we read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Prabhupada is saying, Acharya, Sangha, Acharya Nishtha. Prabhupada is saying, when you are reading Bhakti-rasam Sindhu, you are directly associating with Rupa Goswami. Huh? Yeah, lecture 1? Yeah. If you are following the instructions of Bhakti-rasam Sindhu, you are serving the lotus feet of Rupa Goswami. That is Yogeshwareshwara. Yogeshwara Upasanaya cha Nityam. Punyashravaha Katayaha Punyayacha. Right? So in the next verse they say, Vina Hare, anyway, I'll not go into it. So very beautiful teachings are there. 4th canto, 22nd chapter. Kumara's teachings to Kumara's meeting with Prithu Maharaj. That is the chapter. You can read that. Very relevant for us. Like that. Then, why he is saying, Bali Maharaj is saying that all of us, all these demigods, even the Yogeshas also, why they are not able to understand? Right? Why they are not able to understand? Right? So, Krishna is sitting in our heart, right? Right? Krishna is sitting in our heart. Can we contact him? Huh? Huh? Can we contact him? Can you contact him? No, right now, not right now. There is a reason for that. Right? There is a reason for that. Yasyanu bande asad deha gehe aham mama iti uda duragrahanam pumsam suduram purushena puryam bhajanti yatte bhagavat padaravindam padambujamte. This is a prayer by demigods. When the creation has taken place, Krishna has created demigods, then demigods are praying to Lord Krishna. 3rd canto, 5th chapter. Right? 5th chapter. They are saying, my dear Lord, Pumsam, even though you are living in our heart, you are very far away. Pumsam suduram, Purushena Puryam. Purusha, you are staying in our heart as Purusha, but we cannot see you. Why? Yasyanu asaddeha gehe. Because we have accepted this material body, which is asat, has one cell. Then aham mama. As long as we have this disease of aham mama, we cannot see Krishna, even though he is sitting very near to Krishna in our heart. Very intimate friend. He is our intimate friend, sitting right next to us, but we cannot see him because aham. Jayati Jayati Devo Devaki Nandanoyam Jayati Jayati Krishna Vishnivamsha Pradipaha Jayati Jayati Mega Shamala Komalango Jayati Jayati Prithvi Bharanasha Mukunda. Sri Bhashyam Aplacharya, he wrote a commentary on this Mukunda Mala Stotra. The last word I will explain. Very beautiful verse. You know which this verse is recited by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is your name? Huh? Abhishek Baldev Das. Where it is recited by Lord Chaitanya? Yeah. Lord Chaitanya dances in front of Jagannath. Then when Lord Jagannath comes, Naham Vipro Nacha Narpatir Napi Vaisho, that verse, and then Jayati Jayati Devo Devaki Nandanoyam Jayati Jayati Krishna Vishnivamsha Pradipaha Jayati Jayati Mega Shamalako Malango Jayati Jayati Prithvi Bharanasha Mukunda. Right? So, when there is a rain, when people are being scorched because of too much rain, heat, when the rains come, when they see the clouds, people get lot of relief. Krishna Prabhupada writes in Krishna book, autumn season. Like that. But in the same way, devotees who are suffering from threefold miseries, the heat of threefold miseries, and then Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. They want relief. When they see the Megashamala Komalango, this color of, beautiful bluish cloud form of Krishna, all the troubles get vanquished. All the troubles get vanquished. But there is a difference between ordinary clouds and then Krishna cloud. Right? Ordinary cloud, water becomes finished. And again, in Mumbai, to param hai na garam hai. Right? Aajkal, I had a dream, to wear sweater in Mumbai. The sweater, expensive sweater is there lying in the, my suitcase. But I never get a chance to wear sweater. It's so hot in Mumbai, even in December. Right? Anyway, but this Krishna cloud, he showers mercy, Amrit. Then they never get exhausted. Continuously showering. So, why I am quoted this verse? Varanasha Mukunda. Mukunda came to relieve the burden of earth, Mother Earth, of demons. But for us, it applies. We are also under the weight of Aham Mama. These two things. Aham Mama. Right? So, Krishna will reduce that burden of Aham Mama. Prabhupada writes in 6th canto, I don't know the chapter number, 17th I think. King Chitraketu meets the Lord, that chapter. Right? So, in that chapter, Prabhupada writes one purport that everybody is suffering in this material world because of Aham Mama. But devotees don't have that problem because they say two things. What are they? I belong to Krishna. Whatever I have got, it belongs to Krishna. All my possessions belong to Krishna. I belong to Krishna. Bas, Aham Mama is gone. Right? Aham Mama is gone. Right? That is why. So this burden will reduce. And then another verse, I don't know the verse, is a prose in the form of prose in 6th canto. Vritrasara, when he appeared, the demigods are praying to the Lord. My dear Lord, you existed before us. We are created by you. So we don't know you. We don't know you. Actually, we don't know how to offer prayer also. But we can only offer say, Hare Krishna, Anjali. Right? My dear Lord, even though you are sitting in everybody's heart, we cannot realize you. Because each one of us, we think that I am God. Everybody, all of us, we think that I am the master of all I survey. Prabhupada used this sentence, right? I am the master of all I survey. Because of that thinking, I cannot contact Krishna. Right? I cannot contact Krishna. But how many of you want Krishna as your spiritual master? Direct advice. Once Prabhupada was asked, how do you take decisions? Prabhupada said, I consult with Krishna. Then Kirtananda was there. He was trying to correct Prabhupada. No, Krishna is as super soul is sitting in everybody's heart. He gets inspiration and all that. Prabhupada cut him short. No, I directly consult with Krishna. You want to consult with Krishna? Prabhupada writes in 7th canto, 15th chapter. Sa vayam Brahma, that verse is there. So in that verse, Kaivalya Nirvana Sukhanubhuti Abhi, in that verse, purport Prabhupada writes that the Narada Muni is saying that you are all very, very fortunate that Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he acts like a Sakha, he acts like a Guru, he acts like your family member. You are all very, very fortunate. My dear Yudhishthir Maharaj, because after hearing Prahlad Maharaj's story, how can I become a devotee like Prahlad? Like that, Yudhishthir Maharaj was lamenting. Arey, what are you talking? You are much greater than Prahlad Maharaj. Why? Because the great sages like Vasishtha Muni and all, they are invisible to people. They are so effulgent. Narada Muni is so effulgent. You cannot see him if he appears in front of you. You know that? He's like sun. When he walks, everybody will think another sun is walking. But only when you pray, then if he removes that effulgence, you can see him. All the sages are like that. But all these sages who are not visible to common man, so easily, they roam around in your gardens. They not roam around, they pass their time in your garden. Why? Because Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they want to, if they know that he is your very dear friend and relative, he may be, loitering in your garden or in your bhavan. If they loiter around in the garden, they may get glimpse of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. So you are so fortunate. Like that. Saradhya parshata sevana sakyadautya, virasana gamanam stavana pramanam, snigdeshu panduputrishu, Jagat Pranitam Vishnu, Bhaktim Karoti Nrupatis Charanarvindam. When Maharaj Parikshit, he heard how, Saradhya, Krishna acted like Sarthi. It's not an easy thing, When Duryodhan suggested Salya that becomes, chariot driver of Karna, he went into a rage. Aag bagula ho gaya. How dare you say that, I should become, Sarthi. It's a very low class job, driver, chauffeur, like open the door and all that stuff. Krishna was doing that, to Arjuna. Saradhya Parshada, associate, Sevana, he used to serve all the Pandavas. Have you heard any time Pandavas serving Krishna? We don't hear. Krishna is serving Pandavas. Right? Krishna is serving Pandavas. Like that. Then Virasana Gamana. Virasana Gamana means, what? Anybody knows? Virasana Gamana. Sometimes Krishna would stand outside the Sibir of Yudhishthira and Arjuna with a sword in hand, ready to fight. Usually sword is in the sheath, but Virasana Gamana means ready to fight. Krishna is standing like that for protecting Arjuna and Yudhishthira. Stavana Pramanam. Anyway, then he heard, my grandfathers are so great. Bhaktim Karoti Nrupatis. He became ecstatic. Wow, Krishna is so kind. Like that. Like that. So, we should give up this idea that, then in that purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, Krishna is acting as spiritual master for Yudhishthira and all that. So, you can also have Krishna as your spiritual master. But in the beginning, you follow the instructions of the spiritual master and become purified. Then Krishna will agree to become your spiritual master also and will give you consultation. Right? So somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, your Guru Maharaj says that unless you chant 64 rounds, you cannot, Krishna will not accept, Lakpati. You have to become a, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When they were offering food, Brahmanas they said, Mahaprabhu will accept food only from Lakpatis. All the Brahmanas, we don't have enough money to purchase Mahaprasad from Jagannath temple. How can we offer few annas? How Lakpati, 1 lakh gold coins, somebody who has. Then the assistant explained, Lakpati means one who chants 1 lakh names of Krishna. That is real Lakpati, not all this Ambani and Birla. Right? Chant, how much money, like that. Right? So Prabhupada, how you are saying chant 16 rounds, you will go back to Godhead? Prabhupada replied, my Guru Maharaj is a great personality. He will take his disciples from the front door of Golok Vrindavan. I will take my disciples from the back door of Golok Vrindavan. You know? So Srila Prabhupada consulted Radharasbihari, Krishna, and then instituted this system of chanting 16 rounds, following 4 regulative principles. You know, Prabhupada told Yamuna Mataji, just follow this. Krishna will take you back to Godhead. The very Krishna consciousness is so simple, Prabhupada said, you may miss it. It's not at all difficult. You know, some people, it's very difficult, very difficult. Not at all difficult. Very simple. Just stand in front of Radharasbihari and appreciate his beauty. Ah, so beautiful Radharasbihari. Keep saying this. He will go back to Godhead. Right? Every day you come in front of Radharasbihari and offer respects to Radharasbihari and say, Radharasbihari, you are so beautiful. You know, you are so merciful. You know, you are so intelligent, highly intelligent. You know, highly, dharmic, high qualities. You know, you all have wonderful qualities you have. Right? Just keep saying in front of Radharasbihari. Prabhupada, I am not saying this. Radharasbihari, stand in front of Radharasbihari. A neophyte devotee who is coming in front of the deity and praising and following these principles given by spiritual master, he is far, far better than a person who is doing big tapasya in Himalaya. A neophyte devotee who comes in front of Radharasbihari and says that Radharasbihari, you are so beautiful. You know, he will attain love of God. Prabhupada writes, every day you come and take darshan. Every day you come and take darshan. And then Radharasbihari sees you. Right? Radharasbihari sees you. You know, covering one by one, you know, these coverings get nullified. Right? What is the meaning of doing arati? Every day, all of you come for Mangala arati. What is the meaning of coming for Mangala arati? You don't come, right? You come? You should come every day. Right? What is the meaning of arati? At the end of the night, you know, you offer. Right? We have 8 elements. Right? Bhumirapo analo vayu, kammano buddhirevacha, hankaramitiyamme, vina prakriti astada. When a pujari offers agarbatti, when the devotees, they watch agarbatti being offered, right? The earth element becomes uncovered. Right? We have earth element, right? Panchabhuta, right? But these Panchabhutas, they trouble us. This earth element becomes uncovered. Then you offer lamp, Agni element is uncovered. Right? And then you offer water element is uncovered. Then shank, when you blow the conch, right? The sound element, akash, you know, then the chamara, you know, chamara and then shank, you know, this, then this fan, when you offer the fan, the air element is removed. While watching the deity, you know, it is said that you come in front of the deity when the lamp offering is made, you know, not that you look here and there, you know, look at the lotus face of the Lord. Every time you see the lotus face of the Lord, that is why if you go to South India temples, you know, you give 10 rupees, they will light a lamp and they show the bodily parts of the Lord. Ranganath. Beautiful, you know, they show. Right? When you see 1 million lifetimes, Brahmahatya Pap will get nullified. When you see the lotus face of the Lord, when the lamp offering is being made. Right? Then, what else? Your mind should be absorbed, you know, seeing the one, you know, remembering the qualities of the Lord. Right? Seeing the wonderful qualities of the Lord. Your mind should be absorbed in the, you know, the process of, you know, offering. Like that. Then ego, then intelligence. You use your intelligence for procuring all the items and keeping the everything in order, so that you can peacefully offer the arati. Then you go, when you come in front of the Lord, and then offer respectful obeisances to Dandavat Pranam. Right? Dandavat Pranam means Ashtanga. All the 5 bodily parts are touching. Then in the mind, you are thinking about Krishna. Right? With intelligence, you are remembering the prayers. That is why when you offer the respectful obeisances to the Lord, you offer prayer. That is a custom. And then ego means, many people, they come and don't offer obeisance to Krishna. Right? So you touch your head on the floor, and then say, I am your eternal servant of Krishna. I Nanda Tanuja, Kinkaram Patitam Mamishame, Bhavambudo, Krupayata Pada Pankaja, Sitaduli Sadrishyam Vichintaya. You offer prayer like this. This is Sastanga Dandavat Pranam. This is, we don't use all the elements. Just, some people, they do Bhujangasana. Have you seen? Bhujangasana. Yeah. So, a person who has done 10 Ashwamedha Yajnas, there is a chance that he may take birth again. But a person who comes and offers respectful obeisances to lotus feet of Radharasbihari, there is no chance that he may enter the womb of a mother and drink the milk again. Right? So be conscious. So this is called arati. Arati means you offer all the 8 elements that are there in our body. Right? And then, Krishna will uncover. But if you don't want to get them uncovered, you offer a agarbatti. How long that lamp, that agarbatti burns, that many thousands of years, one can reside in Swargaloka. That lamp, of agarbatti. For that lamp also there is so many benedictions are there. Everything. Now there is no time. I will like that. So this is the reason. We come in front of Radha. So it is so simple. Prabhupada actually consulted with Krishna. Anybody who goes there, in Chaitanya Mat, in Mayapur, Gandharvika Giridhari, they say, Bhakti Vaibhav, Shuddha Bhakti Sandhya Vaibhav, that Srila Prabhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to consult Srimati Radharani how to run Gaudiya Mat. He is a pure devotee of Srimati Radharani, Gandharvika, like that. He used to consult Srimati Radharani how to, right? So when Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gaura Krishna Das Babaji left their bodies, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was very morose. Who will correct my drafts? Who will encourage me to print books? Who will appreciate my writings? Who will guide me? Like that he was crying. Then Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they all came to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta and they said, Swamiji, go to Calcutta and preach. Then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta told, I am not very expert in collecting money and all. I am very poor. Srila Prabhupada was very expert in collecting money. Right? Srila Prabhupada said, while asking for donation, while taking prasad, don't feel shy. Nathji Prabhu was saying, first day itself we made him life member. Nathji was thinking, अरे ये तो पूरा ऑक्यूपाई कर लेगा, हमारा घर को पूरा ऑक्यूपाई कर लिया बोलते हैं, इधर उधर पड़े रहे बोलते हैं, पहला दिन ऐसा. No, Srila Prabhupada went to that fellow, who is selling that mansion, Fisher's mansion. We are very poor people. Why don't you donate this building? And that man had a heart attack, it seems. He was very expert. Prabhupada told Amrish Prabhu, construct this temple. Where is your Ford? Where is your father, Henry Ford? Uh, like that. So, why I am saying this, in Vishwanath Thakur is commenting that if you receive knowledge spoken by Krishna, right, all this illusion will go away. All this illusion will go. So powerful. Right? Itite jnanam akyatam guyat gyuhatam maya vimrushyeneva aseshyena. Anyway, there is no time. Yata ichhasi tatha kuru. I have spoken Bhagavad-gita. You very confidential knowledge I spoke. If you think that whatever consult, elaborate, and then you do whatever you want to do. Arjuna was very upset. If somebody comes and says, you do, aapko jo karna hai karo. Kaun bolta hai aise? Right? Srila Brahmananda Prabhu was saying, the greatest danger you expect from that happens with the spiritual master is upeksha. When he's fed up with you, then he stops correcting you. That's why when a spiritual master or authority chastises you, don't revolt. Take it. If you revolt, then say, "Aap kaun hote ho mujhe chastise karne wale?" Then he will stop chastising. That is called upeksha. Upeksha means neglect. So Brahmananda Prabhu prayed to Prabhupada, please never neglect me. Right? Prabhupada used to chastise. They used to take all the chastisement because they are afraid that Prabhupada will do upeksha. So Krishna looks like Krishna doing upeksha. So Vishwanath Thakur comments that this knowledge actually I have given. My omniscience is complete, and all these devotees who are spoken, Narad Muni, Vasishtha Muni, not Vasishtha Muni, Vyas Muni, and their omniscience is relative. So the knowledge given by them doesn't cover all the aspects that I have taught you. I have taught you. So this is a very confidential knowledge. So when Krishna finished, Krishna saw Arjuna very morose. Krishna's heart is like one Acharya says, Krishna spoke Bhagavad-gita like a teacher, he chastised. Krishna spoke Bhagavad-gita like a friend. Krishna spoke Bhagavad-gita like father. But the most nicest thing is Krishna spoke Bhagavad-gita like mother. Mother's heart melts, like butter when she sees her son suffering or anything. So mostly Krishna spoke out of great mercy like mother, very soft-hearted. So Krishna's heart melted seeing Arjuna morose. ये ऐसा कैसा बोल दिया कि यथा इच्छसि तथा कुरु. Then Krishna told Arjuna, I am going to speak to you in the next 8 verses. But next 2 verses, I am going to speak to you. Manmana bhava madbhakta, madhyaji mam namaskaru, mame vaishyasi, satyam te, pratijani priyosme, sarvadharman parityaja, mamekam sharanam raja, aham tvam sarvapapebhyo, mokshayishyami, mashuchaha. These are 64 syllable mantras. There are 64 syllable mantras. We have Ashtakshari mantra, then 32 syllable mantra, then Dvadasakshara mantra. These are 64 syllable mantra. In some other class, I will explain real meaning of these 2 verses. But the Bhagavad-gita is like a very valuable chest. The lower portion is covered with gold, which are Karma Shatka, means first 6 chapters. Higher one is Jnana Shatka, 6 chapters, 13 to 18. Right? They are covered with jewels and all. But in between, the most precious thing, is like a gem, Kaustuba gem. That is Bhakti Yoga, 7th to 12 chapters. And these two verses, they are a maid servant of Bhakti. Manmana bhava mad bhakta, madhyaji mam namaskaru, mame vaishya satyatamte. So, my dear Arjuna, because you are very dear to me, because you are very dear to me, I am teaching you again the essence of 9th chapter Bhagavad-gita, Rajavidya Rajaguhyam. Then again he spoke these two verses. When after hearing this, Arjuna said, Nasto moha smritir labda, Vat prasadat maya achyuta, stitosmi gata sandeha, karishye vachanam tava. Karishye vachanam tava. Like that. So, Arjuna said, my moha is destroyed now. Now I will do whatever you say. Karishye vachanam tava. Karishye karma yoga. Vachanam is jnana yoga. Tava is bhakti yoga. So everything is included. I will do whatever you say. Everything, whatever. That is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, you want to hear again? No. Let us move on. Now I will fight. I will do. Otherwise, Prabhupada writes, I will teach you again. Have you understood? Kvachidetat shrutam partha tvaya ekagra chetasa kvachidetat ajnana sammoha pranashyati dhananjaya. Now sammoha, this illusion has gone, destroyed. Yes. But I hear one Shiva Vaishnavacharya is saying that Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita again because Arjuna forgot. He again spoke. 2 times he spoke. There is one place. I will find out. Anyway, thank you very much. It is become late. So, this is the essence of this verse. Read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, especially the knowledge that is given by Krishna. Right? How many of you know 12 Dvadas Mahajanas? Anybody knows that verse? Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumaro Kapilo Manu Pralada Janako Bhishmo Balir Vayasaki Vayam Dvadaseto Vijaniyo Dharman Bhagavatan Bhata Guhyam Vishuddham Durbodham Yajñatva Amrutamasnute. Right? So, this is the most confidential knowledge. Guhyam Vishuddham Durbodham. When we receive knowledge, from Krishna or his representative, Srila Prabhupada, then Nasto Moha Smriti Labda. Then, if Krishna tells, jump from 5th floor, we should jump. Right? No doubt. No doubt. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad. I think we should close. Anybody? Dhanyavad. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.